Welcome to QuietKat Series on maintenance. In this video, we're going to go through how to unbox the bike when it first arrives at your house. So the first step, we're going to go ahead and remove the bike from the box. To do that, we're going to remove the securing straps and then go ahead and open up the box itself and start pulling out the individual pieces to get access to the bike. So we'll start by cutting these straps. Any type of cutters or a set of scissors will work just fine. Go ahead and snip these guys. Next, we're going to open up the flap. Be aware of the staples in the top flap of the box. Make sure you don't cut yourself as we open them up. And pop those up. Push that flap back all the way, and we've got the box open. You're going to notice inside the box, there's a lot of zip ties holding a lot of things together. The bike is rather heavy, so it can be difficult and awkward to simply lift the whole package right out. So what we like to do is locate the zip ties inside the box that are holding the front wheel to the frame. We're going to snip those first. That way we can pull the front wheel out and then pull the frame out. We can go ahead and very carefully slide the front wheel out, remove the little plastic protective covers. We reach down, we're going to grab the chainstay and the fork. That way we have two spots that are centrally located on the bike to be able to lift out of the box nice and comfortably. We're going to lift straight up and set it down. If you have a bike stand, a repair stand, or a way to elevate the bike, now's the time to get the bike up in the air. So if you're going to use the QuietKat repair stand to go ahead and put everything together, the repair stand is going to clamp onto the seat tube. So what we want to do is make sure that the seat post is secure into the bike so that when we hang it, we don't have any accidents. So the seat post is a quick release. Let's go ahead and open it up and extend the saddle up so that we have enough room to fit in the clamp. And then we'll go ahead and close the quick release. For extra security, we're going to use our 5mm Allen key. Come back to the seat post screw and just give it a few turns. So now that we have the bike up in the air, we can easily get to all this packaging, remove all the bubble wrap, cut all the zip ties. Just make sure you don't scratch the frame while you're cutting those zip ties. So we've got all the packaging out, everything's nice and clear. The next step is going to be attach the handlebars. Using our 4mm Allen key, we're going to go ahead and remove the 4 bolts that hold the stem plate on. Get these off so that we can install the handlebars. So now we want to identify the handlebars, the right side and the left side. As we bring the bars up to the stem, what we're going to notice here is that our mechanical gears are on the right side and our power controls are on the left side. So we want to line the bars up left to right, but don't worry about the roll right now. We'll go ahead and adjust that at the end. So once we get the groove section of the handlebar in between the stem, go ahead and place the cap back over the top and just by hand start feeding in those 4 bolts. So now that we've got the plate in and we've just put the screws in by hand, we can go ahead and chase it with our 4mm Allen key. You want to be very careful that these bolts go in nice and smooth and we're not cross-threading the stem at all. Also want to make sure that we have an even distance on the top and the bottom. So we're just going to tighten up until we get close, move diagonally down, and just mind the gap between the plate and the stem itself to make sure that it's staying even on top and bottom so that the clamp isn't too far over the top or too far in the bottom, but right in the middle. We're going to go ahead and snug up these bolts, again making sure everything is nice and even. These bolts should be between 5 and 7 Newton meters in torque. So now's a great time to locate your accessory box. We're going to open this up, pull out the pedals, and go ahead and install them. Inside your accessory box, you'll find your pedals, a 4mm and 5mm Allen key, 15mm wrench, a 10/8 spanner, and of course, your battery charger. So we've got the pedals out of our accessory box. Now we want to go ahead and note which pedal is for the right side and which pedal is for the left side. They are different, as the right pedal is going to thread in normal, and the left side or the brake side is actually reverse threaded. So a good way to think about it is to tighten the pedal. It's always going to turn forward towards the front of the bike. There's a little R and a little L written on each pedal. Take a look at the thread direction and match that up in the direction it needs to rotate. You'll also notice on the threads of the pedal, there's a little bit of grease. We want to leave that on so we can lubricate the thread to make it easy to get on and off. We've located the correct direction of the thread, and we're just going to start by hand. Sometimes the pedal's stiff enough that you can spin it, sometimes not. So you'll have to get in here and spin that thread just by hand. It should go on there nice and easy. If you have to force it at all, stop, back up, and try again. Using our 15mm wrench included in the box, we're going to hold the crank with one hand and tighten this over. We just want it snug enough that we know the pedal's not going to come out. Okay, so we've got our handlebars on, we've got our pedals on. Now we can go ahead and just test our shifting a bit, see how things go. If you have issues with the shifting, I'm going to refer you over to our Derail Your Adjustment video, where it shows you all about how to adjust the cable tension and get that shifting absolutely perfect. Okay, so we've gone through the shifting, everything is feeling good there. Now we're gonna put on the front wheel. So I like to do this on the ground. I think gravity really helps to make sure the wheel stays centered in the fork. But before we do that, we need to remove the plastic spacer from the brake caliper. We wanna make sure to avoid engaging the front brake lever. Otherwise, we'll have to spread the pads back apart in order to get the front wheel on. Okay, so to install the front wheel, we're actually going to loosen up all of the nuts on the axle, get them all the way out to the end. That way we've got plenty of room to get the fork onto the axle. So we want to make sure that we have our brake rotor on the left side. Lift the bike up, I'm going to slide this in, very carefully dropping down, lining up the brake rotor inside the caliper first, and sliding down onto the axle. We can go ahead and tighten up the wheel nuts, making sure that we keep the tire nice and centered. We don't want it to tilt back and forth. So first we want to make sure that the washer is on the outside of the frame. Then we're going to tighten the nut up against the washer just by hand at first. Then we're going to use the included 15mm wrench and slowly tighten this nut down. While you're tightening each side, make sure that the wheel's staying centered. And just like everything else on the QuietKat bike, want it tight enough so it's snug, not so tight that we're breaking things. So now we have the bike on the ground, we have both wheels securely on. Now we can fine tune all of our adjustments. I like to start with the handlebar roll. You're going to notice the handlebar has an up sweep and a back sweep. We just threw them on to get them on here, so now it's time to adjust this just right so that the handlebar is parallel to the ground. For personal preference, you might choose to rotate the handlebar 15 degrees forward or backward to get a nice comfortable position when you're on the bike. But to finally test, always want to sit on the bike, reach out, and see what feels comfortable. Okay, so now that we have the bars rolled in the right position, we need to adjust our brake levers and our shift levers, as well as our electrical controls, again, to the position of comfort. Using the included 4 and 5mm Allen wrenches, simply loosen up these brake levers and shift levers. The 4 for the brake, the 5 for the shifter. And we're just going to rotate these down, again, to the position of comfort. When we get on the bike, we may want different degrees of rotation based on what's comfortable for you. So we've got the bike assembled, we've got our controls adjusted, handlebars in the right position, we're just about ready to ride. Next, check out our pre-ride checklist video to go through everything and make sure everything is sound to go out and ride safely. So with your QuietKat, you should have received a 5 of 4mm Allen wrench, a 15, and an 8/10 spanner. These tools are great to go through and make sure that everything is tight. 15mm, which is going to be for the pedals and the wheels. Want to make sure everything is snug. Next, we're going to use our 5mm Allen key and just make sure that our stem bolts are nice and tight. We can also go through and make sure that our handlebars are nice and snug, our controls are nice and snug. Also check your saddle. You can also check the seat post clamp. Make sure that's tight enough so that the saddle doesn't rotate or collapse when we sit on it. Last thing we will do is check our suspension, make sure everything's functioning properly. Turn the lockout switch. That's functioning. Turn it back on. Good to go. If you've purchased a bike equipped with an air fork, you can go ahead and adjust the air pressure in the air spring to adjust your suspension sag. You'll do this using a shock pump. If you don't have a shock pump, visit us at QuietKat.com or check out your local bike shop. All right, so the last thing we're going to do before we take off is turn the bike on, make sure that we get power and our battery connection is good. And then what I like to do is just lean the bike back over on the kickstand so that the rear wheel can go freely. Press the throttle, and we're going to look, listen, and feel, and just make sure everything's functioning properly with the motor. That looks good. Grab a little brake. We're ready to ride. So we're powered on. So what I like to do is lean the bike back on the kickstand so that the rear wheel is free. And we're just going to go ahead and test our throttle very slowly and just make sure that everything is spinning nice and smoothly. We're going to look, listen, and feel to make sure that everything's functioning properly. All of our bolts are tight, our motor's functioning properly, we're shifting great. Now we just need to make sure any of our accessories are on and secure, and we're ready to go out and enjoy our QuietKat bike.